Have you ever wondered if your body could warn you when your blood sugar is off balance, without pricking your finger, using machines, or seeing a doctor? The truth is, it can. Your body has its own built-in alert system, far more precise than you might think. And chances are, it's already tried to send you warnings, you just didn't recognize them. The problem? Most of these signs are disguised. They're easy to confuse with tiredness, stress, or simply being in a bad mood. Today, I want to walk you through a subject that could transform how you feel every single day. It's about learning the hidden language of your body. I'm going to share 12 signals that your blood sugar may be unstable, signals that affect not just your energy, but your mood, focus, and long-term health. And I'll also give you simple, practical ways to get things back under control. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because when you can read these signs, you take the first step toward feeling better, thinking clearer, and protecting your future health. So stay with me until the end. I promise you'll walk away with tools you can start using today. Let's begin by talking about something often called the sugar roller coaster. You've probably heard the phrase before, but few people explain what it really means. Imagine your body as a high-performance car. When you eat highly processed, sugar-heavy foods, white bread, pastries, soda, it's like flooring the gas pedal. Your blood sugar shoots up fast. You feel alert, powerful, almost unstoppable. But that surge doesn't last. Your pancreas rushes in with insulin to clear the excess sugar from your blood. And when the rise is too sharp, the insulin release is too strong, sending your blood sugar crashing down. In a matter of minutes, that high-energy feeling flips into exhaustion, irritability, brain fog, and an intense craving for more sugar. If this cycle repeats often, your cells stop responding properly to insulin. It's like when someone knocks at your door every hour, at first you answer, but eventually you stop responding. This is insulin resistance. And once it starts, your body has to work harder and harder to keep things in balance, draining both your physical and emotional reserves. Recognizing the early warning signs is how you stop that downward spiral before it leads to real health problems. Sign 1: Constant hunger and cravings you can't control. One of the sneakiest signs of unstable blood sugar is feeling hungry all the time, especially for carb-rich or sugary foods. It's not a lack of willpower. It's chemistry. Picture this: you've just eaten a full meal. You're not physically hungry, but half an hour later, you're already thinking about something sweet. What's happening is simple. You eat, your blood sugar spikes, then drops quickly. Your brain, which runs almost entirely on glucose, treats this dip like an emergency. It sends you strong, urgent signals to grab something that will raise your blood sugar fast. And that's why you don't crave broccoli. You crave bread, cookies, chocolate, or pastries. It's a trap, an invisible cycle that works like this. Eat, spike, crash, crave, repeat. If you notice that your desire to snack feels urgent, hits suddenly between meals, or appears even after eating, that's not normal hunger. It's your body's way of saying, my sugar control system is struggling. Sign 2: Persistent fatigue and sudden energy crashes. We all have days when we feel tired. But if you feel drained every day, even after a full night's sleep, that's a clue something deeper is going on. This isn't just, I didn't get enough rest, tiredness. It's the kind of fatigue that seems to hit in waves, especially after you eat. Maybe you felt it: you finish lunch, and within an hour, your eyelids are heavy, your body feels heavier, and your motivation disappears. This post-meal crash isn't normal when it happens often. Here's why it happens. After you eat sugar-heavy foods, your body gets a quick boost of energy. Insulin is released to bring sugar levels back to normal. But if the insulin surge is too strong, it pushes your blood sugar too low, leaving you sluggish and unfocused. And here's the twist: high blood sugar can also make you tired. When sugar stays high for too long, your blood thickens slightly. That slows circulation and reduces oxygen delivery to your cells. If you also have insulin resistance, glucose isn't getting into your cells efficiently. So even though you have sugar floating in your blood, your cells are essentially starving. Result? You feel like your battery is dying, over and over again. Sign 3, dry mouth and never-ending thirst. If you're constantly reaching for water, even after drinking plenty, it's more than just being a little dehydrated. This is your body waving a red flag. When blood sugar levels rise too high, your body pulls water from your tissues to dilute the sugar in your blood. That's what causes your mouth to feel dry no matter how much you drink. Your brain senses this as urgent, so it keeps telling you to drink more. But here's the exhausting cycle: the more you drink, the more your kidneys work to flush out the sugar, and you lose even more water. This can leave you stuck in a loop of thirst, urination, dehydration, then thirst again. A dry mouth that just won't go away is one of the simplest, clearest signs that your blood sugar may be out of balance. Sign 4, frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night. If you're waking up one or more times a night to urinate, or if bathroom stops are controlling your day, that's not just bad luck, it's biology. When there's too much sugar in your blood, your kidneys can't reabsorb it all. Excess glucose spills into your urine. And sugar pulls water with it, so every time you pass sugar in your urine, you lose a lot of fluid too. It's your body's way of flushing out excess sugar. But in the process, it can disrupt your sleep, drain your energy, and keep you feeling worn out. If you can't go far from home without planning for the nearest bathroom, or your nights are constantly interrupted by bathroom breaks, it's time to take it seriously. Sign 5, skin changes that tell a deeper story. Your skin is like a mirror for your internal health. It can reveal problems long before you feel them. If you're dealing with breakouts that refuse to go away, or dark, velvety patches on the neck, underarms, or inner thighs, it's worth paying attention. High blood sugar and insulin spikes can overstimulate your oil glands, leading to clogged pores, inflammation, and deep, painful acne. Meanwhile, those dark patches may be a condition called acanthosis nigricans, often linked to insulin resistance. But there's another way sugar leaves its mark. Through a process called glycation, sugar molecules attach to collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin firm and youthful. Over time, this makes them stiff and brittle. The result? Skin loses its bounce, wrinkles appear sooner, and your complexion looks tired and dull. Your skin may not speak, but if it could, it would say, "Your sugar balance is off, please fix it." Sign 6, blurry vision that comes and goes. If your vision sometimes goes fuzzy, like looking through a foggy window, don't just assume you're tired. When blood sugar rises quickly, extra fluid can be pulled into the lens of your eye, changing its shape and making it harder to focus. The good news, if this is caught early, the blurriness can disappear when your sugar stabilizes. But here's the danger: over time, high blood sugar can damage the tiny blood vessels feeding your retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye. This can lead to diabetic retinopathy, one of the top causes of adult vision loss. If you notice your vision worsens after meals but clears up when fasting, your eyes may be warning you about your metabolism. Sign 7, mood swings, irritability, and unexplained anxiety. One moment you're fine, the next you're snapping at someone or feeling anxious for no reason. This isn't about being moody. Your brain runs on a steady supply of glucose. When sugar shoots up and then drops, it throws your brain chemistry out of balance. During low points, your body pumps out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, the same ones released in emergencies. You might feel jittery, on edge, or as if something bad is about to happen, even if life is calm. At these lows, patience runs thin, small annoyances feel huge, and your reactions can surprise even you. If you find yourself in that hangry zone, hungry and angry at the same time, stabilizing your blood sugar could be the emotional reset you've been missing. Sign 8, brain fog and focus that fades away. Have you ever tried reading a page, only to realize you have no idea what you just read? Or walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? That cloudy, sluggish feeling is what many call brain fog. And your blood sugar might be behind it. Your brain is a huge energy consumer, about a quarter of all the fuel your body produces. But it needs a steady supply. When blood sugar spikes, it can trigger inflammation in the brain, slowing the communication between neurons. Then, when sugar drops too low, the brain switches into energy-saving mode. The first functions to shut down. The complex ones, like clear thinking, problem-solving, and decision-making. If your mental clarity rises and falls throughout the day, that's a sign your brain is struggling to cope with sugar highs and lows. Sign 9, wounds that heal far too slowly. A small cut should be a minor inconvenience. But if yours linger for weeks, or bruises stick around longer than they should, it's a warning sign. High blood sugar damages blood vessels, reducing circulation. Without good blood flow, it's harder to deliver oxygen and immune cells to an injury. It's like calling an ambulance that never makes it to the scene. On top of that, high sugar weakens your white blood cells, your immune system soldiers. They respond slower, making infections more likely. If healing takes longer than it used to, it's time to look beyond the surface and check what's happening inside. Sign 10, infections that keep coming back. Colds, urinary tract infections, yeast overgrowth, gum problems, if they seem to visit you on repeat, your immune system may be under stress. Excess sugar creates a perfect playground for bacteria and fungi to multiply. It's their favorite food source. For example, when there's glucose in urine, it becomes an ideal breeding ground for microbes. And while you're feeding the invaders, your defenses are getting weaker. Sugar slows your white blood cells' activity, leaving you vulnerable to attacks that should be easy to fight off. If it feels like you're always fighting something, your blood sugar may be quietly tipping the odds against you. Sign 11, tingling, burning, or numbness in hands and feet. If you've ever felt pins and needles, burning sensations, or numbness in your toes or fingers, especially at night, this could be more than poor circulation from sitting too long. High blood sugar over time can damage both the nerves and the tiny blood vessels that keep them healthy. This is called peripheral neuropathy. At first, you might notice mild tingling that comes and goes. But it can progress to burning pain, sensitivity to touch, or complete numbness. When sensation fades, injuries can go unnoticed, increasing the risk of serious infections. If these feelings appear in glove and sock areas, the hands and feet, it's your nervous system sounding an alarm. Sign 12, digestive problems that won't quit. Gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, when your digestion feels unpredictable, your blood sugar might be playing a role. Excess sugar can feed harmful bacteria and yeast in the gut, disrupting the balance of your microbiome and triggering inflammation. It can also affect the nerves that control digestion, slowing the stomach's ability to empty properly. The result? Nausea, reflux, or feeling uncomfortably full after just a few bites. And just like your mood or energy, your digestion can swing with your blood sugar highs and lows. Now, what can you do? Step 1, change the order you eat your food. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful tricks. Eat fiber first, then protein and healthy fats, and save starches and sugars for last. For example, start with a salad, then your chicken or fish, and finish with rice or potatoes. The fiber forms a gentle barrier in your gut, slowing down sugar absorption and preventing big spikes and crashes. Step 2, move after you eat. You don't need a hardcore workout. A light 30-minute, 1-hour walk right after a meal can help your muscles soak up sugar from your blood without needing as much insulin. Think of it as giving your body a shortcut to balance. Step 3, protect your sleep like your health depends on it. Because it does. Poor sleep raises stress hormones like cortisol, which in turn pushes your blood sugar higher and makes your cells less responsive to insulin. Aim for a calm bedtime routine, a cool and dark room, and no screens at least an hour before bed. A good night's rest resets your system, making it easier to keep your sugar steady the next day. Now, Let's be clear, sugar itself isn't absolute poison. It's the regular excess that causes the real damage, not the occasional treat. Sugar is still a quick source of energy for our muscles and brain. It can even be helpful in certain situations. After intense physical exercise, to recover quickly from low blood sugar, or simply to enhance the taste of a healthy food, like a drizzle of honey in plain yogurt. The key is the amount. The World Health Organization recommends limiting added sugars to less than 10% of your daily calorie intake. And ideally, to less than 5% for greater health benefits. For the average adult, that's about 25 to 50 grams per day at most, roughly 6 to 12 teaspoons. And remember, we're talking about all added sugars here, the ones in drinks, desserts, but also in honey, syrups, and fruit juices. The naturally occurring sugars in whole fruits aren't the same problem, thanks to the fiber and nutrients that come with them. Bottom line, save sugar for moments that matter, and truly enjoy it, instead of letting it sneak into everything you eat. To conclude, your body is constantly speaking to you, through your energy, mood, skin, and even how quickly you heal. Learning to understand these signals puts you back in control. And small, consistent changes can steady your blood sugar, protect your long-term health, and make you feel better than you have in years.